all about talk paths and with conversations you have. And over the last 8 weeks, the talk paths have evolved for me. And what I'm saying and the conversations that I'm having, and what I'm realizing is in this business, you just need to share. You just have to share what this patch does, what it's done for you, what it's doing for other people. You just have to share. And if you guys notice the talk paths that we sent out, if you haven't gotten them, I'm going to pull them up tonight, but we made them nice and pretty. And these are for you guys to practice, to understand what to say before you have to say it, before you get in conversations. There's going to be many, many scenarios. There's going to be people that you know that the conversation is going to be slightly different. But if you look at the talk paths, they're very much the same. You're going to talk about the same things to get people involved. I was in a pool this weekend with some family and friends in my friend's house, and my wife just said, "Hey, why don't you tell them about the patch?" And all five people signed up. And me just having a 10, 15-minute conversation, they wanted to be part of the business and do what this does. My friend said, "You know what? I feel like I'm a drug dealer for good. Like I'm this person that is going to help people through this amazing device. Like, I mean, this is crazy. I can just go out and talk to people, and people are going to have a transformation in their life." And I agree. I mean, this is something that is remarkable that can and will change your life. So, Lola, if you could pull up the first script, people you know, and I'm just going to go through that with you guys. And what I want you guys to do is if anybody's on here that has looked through these scripts and they want to practice as a role play this with me, I want you guys to raise your hand. And how you do that on the bottom is you go down on the bottom and where it says react, there's a little heart on the bottom. You can raise your hand and that way you can roll. Good. Someone's brave already. Heidi, look at Heidi already raising her hand. That's amazing. All right. So I just want you to share screen, Lola, and bring those up. I'm not sure if you are or not. I can't see. Lola, can you talk to me and tell me if you're sharing? Because I just don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So as you guys know, I'm going to read through this with you guys, right? And this is like you guys can make this your own. It's called a talk path for a reason. It's not a script. Scripts are people want you to read them word for word. But what I want you to do is take this as a general basis as of what you're going to have a conversation with someone. And you have to practice this and memorize this and know what your conversation is going to be, right? So the beginning it says connect. You know, whatever the prospect name is, the friend, family, person you work with, just, hey, are you still doing your job at such and such? They might say yes, they might not know. And then you're going to build rapport. How are your kids? You guys have any exciting travel plans coming up? Whatever you would talk to your friend about, right? Just have a conversation. Don't just jump right in to the patch. But by doing this, by building rapport, they're going to ask you the same thing. And they're going to say, hey, what are you doing now? Oh my God, I'm so excited about what I'm working on right now. I'm in the stem cell business. It's just a crazy, amazing business helping so many people. I don't know if I told you, but I've been dealing with these health challenges, whatever they are. If it's, my energy is low, or I'm not sleeping well at night, or whatever the transformation that you've had, you're going to say what's going on with you. And so through all of my research, I found that this incredible device has literally changed my life. And I'm so excited to tell you about it. I can't believe I haven't told you about it yet. And then if it's someone you talk on a regular basis, I totally forgot to tell you about this new device I'm wearing to stimulate my own stem cells. It's totally changed my life. There's keywords in here. It's totally changed my life. I've been dealing with boom, 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 boom. And then you're going to transition into the product introduction. How much do you know about stem cells? It's a question that we've said before, right? It's not an open-ended question. Do you know about stem cells? How much do you know about stem cells? And then you're going to just make some statements. Did you know that you start losing 50% of your stem cells by the age of 30 and 100% by the age of 60? This is the cause of aging and the inability to fight off disease. This is why we see so many people after the age of 50 age so rapidly. Aging is a disease. What I also discovered is that they're super expensive, and you have to go to Panama or Mexico for the treatments where they inject someone else's stem cells into you. And even though they only target one area of your body, and they aren't even guaranteed to work. Can you scroll up, Lola? And then you're going to introduce the solution with enthusiasm. But this is a device, is a game changer. Remember, I call it a device. It's a simple patch I wear for 12 hours a day. And let me tell you, it's insane. The energy it's given me is off the charts. I've never felt this kind of mental clarity. And for the first time in forever, I'm completely pain-free. This is me, right? You guys can change this up to however it's affected you or however it's affecting your life. It's honestly been a miracle for me. If they ask more questions, continue. Answer the questions. You know what? I've actually got some on me right now. Why don't you try it for yourself? I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to patch them. Always have them on you. Always have them in your purse, in your back pocket. No, not too far. Not too far, Lola. Scroll down. The only thing that is important, you have to make sure that you tell them to drink a lot of water, at least 80 ounces of a day. Because if you're dehydrated, it's going to make you sleepy or you're not going to drink enough water. And what I have found, there's only been a couple people that this doesn't do anything for pretty immediate. And it's the people that don't use it consistent. It's the people that don't drink water. 97% of the people feel something very quickly. So then I'm going to hand them 6 to 10 patches. Just scroll up, Lola. So you're going to take these, you're going to try them out, and you're going to stay in touch with them. I'll check in with you about 5 days to see how you're feeling. And I want to make sure you're experiencing what I am. When they're ready to buy, they'll probably ask you how they can get more patches. And that's when you could talk about the business or customer side. Now, this is what I've added recently, and I'll add it in here to you, but I've also put on overcoming objections. What I say to people is there's 3 ways that you can get the patches. The first way is you could come in as a retail customer and pay $150 every month, but nobody does that. Key is nobody does that. The second way is you could come in and buy them wholesale as long as you sign up for an auto ship and get them for $99 a month. Or you can do what I'm doing and you can be a distributor of these and I'm making X, whatever it is. I say $7,500 a week off this. You can come in as a distributor and do the same thing that I'm doing, share with people, and I'm making $7,500 a week off this. Which sounds best to you. What I'm realizing, you guys, you need to meet people where they are, not where you want them to be. If they want to come in as a customer, that's fine. Let them come in as a customer, but have them come in as a silver and sign up for auto ship. Because at some point, they're going to want to distribute this or they're going to want to get their patches for free. So that's the conversation that I have with them. 3 ways to get in the business. Then I'm going to explain to them the $299, the retail, all that stuff on there. This is recently, I just changed this weekend when I'm talking because I'm like, people are like, how do I get it? How do I get it? Well, there's 3 ways you can get it. Only 3 ways. You can buy it retail for $149, but nobody does that. You can buy it wholesale as long as you sign up for auto ship for $99, or you can distribute it like me, and I'm making $7,500 a week off of it. And I've just started. And people are like, yes, I want to do that. So then I'm just going to ask them what package fits them best. So just go through this. And I'm not going to go through all of these tonight. What I want you guys to do is to read through these, and then I want you to make it your own, and I want you to have the script because the people that want to role play with me tonight, I want you to go through the script, and I want you to make it your own so that they can hear it. Okay. Lola, can you pull up the objections, please? So, handling objections. These are some of the most common ones that I've come across. What I want you guys to do is to put in the chats objections, or put in the chat right now objection that you guys come across, and I'm going to overcome it for you. But these are the most common. And then also, Lola, whatever objections come up, please write them down so that I can write a script around them so that people can practice them. So this is a pyramid scheme, right? This is a common objection that comes up. Oh, it's one of those pyramid schemes when it comes to the business, or it's that multi-level marketing. When they say it's a pyramid scheme, I always say this, and it's feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. And I felt the exact same way when I was first approached about this business. I had concerns about it being a pyramid scheme, but after doing thorough research, what I found is that pyramid schemes are illegal and MLM is heavily regulated. What's interesting is that I'm now earning more than people above me in the structure. Carlos and Rochelle, which a lot of you are on their team, they came in below me. They're making more money than me. If it was a pyramid scheme, that wouldn't be possible. And so I ask him this question. Let me ask you, have you ever worked for a company before? And did you make more money than the owner ever? Could you have ever earned more than the owner? Because that's actually what a pyramid looks like. Because if you're can't make more than the owner of the company, that's a pyramid scheme. Because the owner makes the most money and there's no way for you to make any more money than him, right? So in this business model, your income isn't limited by your position in the structure. You have the potential to earn based on your efforts and results. Okay. Again, you guys have to practice these. You have to go through these so that you can overcome these objections and you sound right. Scroll up, Lola. Is it FDA approved? I understand your concern about FDA approval. I felt the same way initially because we've been conditioned to think that the FDA approval is necessary for everything. However, what I found is that the FDA only approves food and drugs. This device doesn't fall into either category since it's a non-transdermal, meaning there are no chemicals, drugs, or stimulants being involved. What's really amazing is that it's completely holistic device that works with your own body's light to stimulate regeneration. Pretty cool, right? So I've overcome that objection. The next one, does it really work? I understand how you feel. I had the same reaction when my friend first introduced me to the product. I was so skeptical. But what I found after just 3 days of using it was a transformation. And then insert your transformation, whatever that is, whatever is authentic to you. Okay, scroll up, Lola. So what I always tell people is the same thing that friend told me. Try it for yourself. I think there was something missing on the top of that, Lola. Try it for yourself and see. Oh yeah, okay, this is part of the same one. Try it for yourself and see if it worked. It worked for me in 3 days, but it could take up to 90 days for others. Remember, you want to put this in there because it might not work immediately. The key is to use it consistently every day and stay hydrated by drinking lots of water. That's also why there's a money back guarantee. You guys have to use this. You could try it risk free and experience the results firsthand. Scroll up. It's expensive. It seems expensive. I understand how you feel. I actually felt the same way at first. It seemed a bit expensive. And understand the premise of feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found is not to argue with people. You don't want to be defensive. You want to connect with them. I understand how you feel, even though you don't understand how they feel. You're like, it's not that expensive. It's $99. It's $3 a day. Right. But that's not what you want to do when you're having a conversation with someone. I understand how you feel. I'm going to connect with you now. I actually felt the same way at first. It seemed a bit expensive, but what I found after using it, the results were worth every single penny. For about $3 a day, I started feeling like a completely new person. My energy skyrocketed, my pain disappeared, and I had mental clarity like never before. Now, this is where I told you earlier that I'm going to put it in that other script. When people ask you how they can get the product, there are 3 ways you can get the product. The first option is to buy it retail for $140 a month. But honestly, almost no one does that. The second option is to purchase it wholesale by getting a minimum of 3 sleeves and signing up for auto ship, which brings the cost down to $99 per sleeve and $99 per month. The third option is do what I did, become a distributor. This way you get the product at wholesale prices and can also make money by sharing it with others, just like I've shared with you. For example, I'm currently making $7,000 a week simply by sharing this with people in my life. And then what's the best option for you? And just ask them. That's a closing question. Which option sounds best to you? Now, so what I want to do is I know Yanetsi and I saw one other person raise their hand. You can unshare that, Lola. And I see you guys writing. All of this was sent to you guys in chat. So you guys don't have to write down. You don't have to take notes. All this stuff should be sent to you. If you haven't gotten it, reach out to your person. If it's Ralph, if it's Rochelle, if it's Lola, whoever it is, just reach out to them. Lola, you can unshare. Um, and so reach out to that person so that they can share this with you. So you guys can have them in your hands. You can put them on your computer. You can study them. So the only thing with people, I need to make sure your camera's on while we're role playing. So see, I hope you could turn your camera on. And on all these calls, you guys, it would be amazing if you could turn your cameras on during these calls, so I can actually see who's on the call and I can connect with you. It's just a way better. I mean, Zoom, the main reason we do Zoom is so we can connect with people and see a face, put a face with a name. So we'd appreciate if you guys would turn your cameras on. But Yanetsi, are you ready? Are your hands up to role play? There was someone else that raised their hand. I'm not sure who it was to do this. Did you see who it was, Lola? Maybe they took it down. Yanetsi, if you want to
Yanetsi.
unmute yourself.
I'm right here, Jay. However, I'm driving. That's why my camera
Okay.
is off
Okay.
because my CarPlay doesn't allow videos
Okay.
during
That's
driving.
okay. Oh,
It's a smart car.
okay. So,
It's for safety. Um,
so
um, I'm
are you comfortable?
I
And
would
listen,
like
anybody that speaks Spanish, you guys can role play with me too, because I have a fabulous interpreter that can interpret and we can go back and forth. So go ahead, Yanetsi. What were you gonna say?
a little bit so that you understand my position. I'm a speech language pathologist here in Miami, Florida, and I own my private practice since 2016. So I'm basically eager to share all of this information about the past testimonies and all the benefits results and that I've seen either on people and also in the autistic community, because that's where my most amount of patients I get every week is basically patients with autism, attention deficit disorders. So when I do evaluations, I would like to basically introduce this idea of the use of the patch to parents without having a conflict of interest between my profession, my practice, and at the same time, their eager or their willingness to try it. So I would like to do some type of role play to see how I can present this in a way to them that I'm not, that I'm not telling them, oh, use this instead of therapy. I don't know. Let's do a combination. I don't know. I'm not sure yet on how to present the patch to the parents of my patients. So I would like your feedback on this.
Okay. So I mean, this is what I know. I mean, I know that it's had amazing benefits with kids with autism and all kinds of things going on in their life, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think with, with what you do with, speech pathology and this patch,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's not a this or that. I think it's a this and that, right? So, I mean, this patch is going to help them with all kinds of other issues that they're having. The speech thing is still, I mean, I don't know that the patch is going to help them with their speech or to talk better or
Mm-hmm.
do any of that thing, but it will definitely help them with other issues that they're having that's creating part of the problem that they're having, right? I'm not a doctor to understand exactly why those problems happen, but I do know that both of my kids are patched,
Mm-hmm.
and they love it. They ask for it every day, and from the results that I'm seeing from kids. So what I would say to you is, I'm seeing a lot of my patients are having amazing results in all kinds of aspects of their kids. It's not going to
Mm-hmm.
fix what you teach, right? I don't think it's a conflict at all. So just mentioning it
Right.
to them and just seeing what it does for them, over a long period of time. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
run by me what you would say to someone or how you're thinking about saying something to someone about this to get the conversation started.
Right. For example, I would introduce it as basically towards the end of the evaluation period. I will say, is there any questions that you guys have for me? Is there any other areas where your child needs any further help so I can properly refer you or guide you? And then they usually start mentioning, oh, they have this and that. He also has this and that, whatever. So I'm like, I would say, that I came across the information for this amazing technology that is non-invasive, that is totally natural for either adults or children. Anyone could use it, and is having amazing results with basically anxieties, attention, their overall health. And then I will go, oh, okay, tell me about it. Tell me a little bit more about it. And then I would just say, it's nanocrystals that you just block the light, you basically bounce back your own infrared light, and then you activate your own stem cells. It has not been tested in children, but I've seen a lot of testimonies and a lot of results in children, especially in kids with the spectrum. And then I would just basically elaborate on that. And I also had another question. Is there a way in my practice, am I safely to use banners for the patch and any information on parents flyers that I can share with them? And I would be totally entitled to do that, to share
Ab
them.
absolutely.
Any
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely, you can
I
do that.
just wanted
And
to be sure.
I think you're right on point with what you're saying, you know, see, because one they're they're bringing you their kids because they trust you, right? And
Right.
so you already have their trust, and to say, like, I don't think it's a matter, I think it's just a matter of sharing and just saying this is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing in other kids. I think it's worth a try to see what other kind of results we
Yeah.
can get. Obviously, the speech is
Mm-hmm.
something that I have to teach and work with them on to make better, but it's also helping
Right.
kids and other things with brain fog and ADHD and anxiety and all these other issues that kids are having. There's some
Mm.
remarkable results that are happening, and what I would do is I
Okay.
would just sample them, right? So I would, if you're in that situation, I would give them ten patches for their kid. And then I would also mention to the parents,
Right.
how amazing this is for them too, right? So, I mean, I would not just talk about
Right.
the kids, I would talk about the parents. So I would just say, like, there's
Mhm.
remarkable results for the kids, but let me tell you what happens with adults after the age of 30 and after the age of 60, where you have no stem cells and inflammation. And so, the way the patch works is and getting this down is really important. You're in this medical field. The
Mhm.
the photo light therapy that happens when your body reflecting light off of this patch elevates and regenerates copper peptide in your body, which then elevates and regenerates those stem cells. And that process, what
Right.
that does is it resets the genes in your body to work properly. And so not only does it work
Mhm.
for kids, but it's remarkable for anti, I'm sorry, age reversing in adults. And so it's not just something for your child, it's something for you as well. And I'm having these type of results, right? So whatever they
Right.
are, the energy or the brain fog or the pain or sleep or whatever the things that you're having, I would share it with them for that. And then
That's a that's a key point because most of the parents that I do parent coaching sessions with, they are sleep deprived, they are not well rested because their kids go through so many struggles in their life to accomplish any task, that these parents are basically exhausted. You see in their face how fast they're aging, you see in their face how tired they are, you see that how desperate they are because of all the special needs these kids have. And I mean, I just starting to talk to them with the energy benefit that it will have in order for them to be able to deal with this kid's situation. I think it would just be amazing just on the fact of the energy boost. On top of that, resting, helping kids with resting with proper, a lot of kids in the spectrum, they have a hard time sleeping, and at the same time that causes those parents to be very irritable the next day, very sad, very tired, because they haven't had proper sleep in days and days, and it's cumulative. So this patch, I believe that not only for the child but for the parents in this community could have, it's something that I'm so sad that we haven't had the time in order for people to benefit from this patch. But I think that this could help tremendously, not only the parents but also the children. So thank you, Jay,
no, no,
for
and I mean, I listen. After listening to you, I mean, I don't think you're going to have a problem sharing this passion with anybody, right? I mean, not only helping the parents with being able to have more energy, but this patch also helps them sleep, and so again, I mean, if I'm a parent, right? I mean, what I would suggest to them is like, listen, this will help your kid, but what I suggest is you use it first and see how many great benefits you get out of it, right? Because people are a little scared to like do something with their kid or whatever. But for me, I've been
Yes.
using it for 72 days and had amazing results. And it took me, I'm not gonna lie, it took me probably 45, 50 days to put it on my child.
Hmm.
Because I wanted to make sure there was nothing that was, I didn't know enough about it, right? And so maybe your approach, if you think about it, is that versus the kid right now, right? But you could plant the seed in the conversation with, why don't you try it out, see how it is, and it works remarkable for kids. But for
Hmm.
all the things that you deal with, I mean, and I know you're not getting a lot of rest. I know your energy is not good. I mean, your anxiety is probably through the roof because you're always worried about your kid. Like, this is a great thing for you. And then, down the road, this is also a great thing for kids, but why don't you just try it? Give it a try yourself and see how it works out. And then we could talk about patching your son because it's great for
Okay.
kids. So that would be my
Lovely.
approach, is the parents first and then go to the kids later. But I would plant the seed in the initial conversation that would be the intent. But I want you to try it for yourself to see how many great
Hmm.
benefits you get from it.
Okay, perfect, Jake. Thank you so
Make
much for your
sense?
coaching. Yes, awesome.
Absolutely. Make sense?
Awesome. Yes, great.
Okay.
Great sense.
Anybody
Thank you so
else?
much.
Anybody else not going to be shy and going to role play? I got any brave souls on here? Okay, Carla, I see your hand. Let me unmute you. Nice.
I don't know how to put the hand over there. Let
That's
me ask you,
okay.
one of the questions that a lot of people are asking me is if they have to use these patches per life. And I
So,
don't know what to answer. I guess that yes, but what happens if they stop or something?
well, I mean, if they stop, then, their stem cells are going to go dormant again. That's the only thing. I mean, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use the patch for life if it's doing all these good things for you. It's only $100 a month, and people blow $100 a month on bad things in their life. So, I mean, the stem cell, the longer you use it, it's the compound effect, the more it's going to help you. Right. And so, like, if you take it off, then, your body's not going to be reflecting light. It's not going to go through the process. So I will use it for life. If I can live another 25, 30 years, it's worth me, spending $1,200 a year, to make this patch, do what it's doing. So the answer is it is a life patch. I mean, it is something that you should wear for the rest of your life. I mean, a couple of the doctors, people that have been wearing it for 20 to 36 months, they've had remarkable results. I mean, the doctor in the video that's hair is turning back black after 20 months of use. We've had doctors on our calls give testimonials about their thyroid going back in line. Like, why would you not want to use something that is resetting your body and giving your body energy? I mean, a lot of people, I drank coffee for 25 years until I quit, because I thought I needed it and I love the caffeine and it helped give me a boost. You go to Starbucks, it's $5, $6, $7 to go get a coffee every single time. So that's the way that I answer it. You can use it as long as you want to, as long as you want benefits.
Yeah,
That's
just
what it's
give me
for.
the answer.
What's
How do I
that?
answer that back?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say as long as you want the benefits, you should wear it.
All right. Simple.
Like, I mean, same thing as, I mean, how long should you work out for your whole life? Like the moment you stop working out and the moment you stop moving is the moment things are going to start going bad in your body.
All right.
So, I mean, you got to do, how long should you eat good? How long, so all the questions, I mean, the more you want positive results, you got to do the positive things.
All right.
All right, so guys, I'm gonna get to the next part of the training because this is something that's really very near and dear to my heart. What I want you guys to do is I want you to go over those scripts, and then either Monday or Tuesday next week, I really want you guys to volunteer and get on here because the thing is, I want to hear you guys talk about this. The number one reason why we can't get people or why you can't get people in this business, there's no reason why every single person on here doesn't have 6 people in the business. Okay. This device is absolutely amazing. It's an amazing, amazing device that does amazing things, right? And it's all about how you share it. It's all about how you talk about it. And that's what I realized. The first 3 or 4 weeks that I shared this, I wasn't that great at it. But the more I share it, the more I talk to people, no one says no to this. But what I want to share with you guys next is this. In life, most people never, ever get where they want to go. And the reason why is because they don't know exactly where they want to go. So I always ask people a couple questions when I meet them. And most of the time, no one knows the answer right off the top of their tongue. And the first question I ask people is, if I could give you a magic wand right now, Sandra, and you could determine the amount of money that you make every single month to live the life of your dreams. You could drive the car you want, live in the houses you want, go on whatever vacation, put your kids in whatever school. How much money would you like to make every single month to feel like you're living the life of your dreams? And you can unmute if you have that number in your head. How much, Sandra?
Ok, ¿me escucha?
I
¿Aló?
didn't hear you.
¿Se escucha?
My interpreter is not interpreting.
Yo
What
te
was it,
escucho,
Sandra?
Sandra.
¿Me escuchan? Bueno, serían, no sé, unos 60,000, 70,000 pesos al
Hey,
mes.
Lola, I don't hear the interpreter.
¿No escuchan?
I hear you, Sandra. I just don't hear the interpreter.
¿Sí?
Hello?
¿Te escuchamos? ¿No me escuchan a mí?
Yes, they can hear me in Spanish.
Okay, I got you now.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sandra. Oh, you're unmuted again. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead, Sandra.
¿Ahora? ¿Me
Okay.
escuchan?
Okay, I'll let her know
Ok,
we can hear
bueno,
her. And
una cifra sería,
so,
no sé,
an amount would
60,000,
be
70,000 pesos
60,000,
mensuales.
70,000
Podría ser
pesos
para una
a
vida de
month.
ensueño.
I think it's
Okay.
US dollars.
So what is that in US dollars? Probably like
No,
10,000?
dólares.
Oh,
dollars.
Okay, 60 to 70,000. Okay,
Yep.
good. So most of the on you here had to think about that answer, right? If I'm in front of you and I ask that question, most people are like, let's see. And the point to that question is you need to know exactly what you want to make every single month right now. And if you don't know, you need to think about it, right? And the next question that I will ask you is, how much money would you like to have in the bank that would make you feel like you're good for the rest of your life? So, Sandra, how much is it? How much would you like to have in the
Oh.
bank?
300,000.
300,000.
300,000. Okay, so
No para el resto de mi vida, pero bueno, me
Not for the
preguntas, la
rest of my
pregunta es,
life,
¿cuánto
Yep,
but the
for the
question
rest
is
of your
how
life.
much would
How
I
much?
like to?
No, how much money would you like to have in your bank that you would say, I'm good for the rest of my life? I don't need to make another penny. How much is that?
2 millones?
2 million.
Okay, so, and you guys, I want you to watch this, okay? This is what I want you guys to think about. This is the number one thing I want you guys to think about when we get off this call tonight, because I'm going to show you something in a minute. So $2 million, okay? So you said you want to make $60,000 or $70,000 a month, right?
Correcto.
So
Correct.
$60,000 a month times 12 is $720,000, okay? $2 million at a conservative return, if you have it in the bank and you're not working anymore, 5% return is how much that's going to give you every year without touching the principal. And it's going to pay you $100,000 a month. Okay? I mean, I'm sorry, $100,000 a year. Okay? So 2 million times 5%, that's how much you'll make a year, 100,000. Then you got to pay taxes on that, right? The government's going to take 27% of that. So you're going to make $73,000 a year off of $2 million in the bank. Do you want to change your number, Sandra?
Yo creo.
So my point is, if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there, right? And so when you just throw a number out there that you want to make this, so now I want to make 60 or 70, and I'm not picking on you, Sandra. I'm just showing you what we have to do in life to get where we want to go, right? So $60,000 a month. If I retire and I can't work anymore, do I only want to make $6,000 a month? And so you have to plan for where you want to go. And the reason why is we don't have a plan. So a lot of people say, write your goals down and you'll hit them. I'm here to tell you that's not true, because you have to have a plan. And I'm going to show you that tonight. And what I've done is I've created what's called a GPS. A GPS, you guys know as when you get in your car, I put it in Waze where I'm going every single time. If I'm in Miami, I'm putting the directions in Waze in Miami. Why? Because there might be an accident that's going to take me 2 hours to get somewhere I'm going to go. But that GPS is going to take me around that accident, and it's going to get me there faster. I want to get there as fast as possible. But a GPS that I'm talking about is the same, but it's called a goal planning system. Okay? And I have a GPA, which we know as something that you get in school when you get an A, B, C, or D. But my GPA is a goal producing activity. So we have to have a plan. What's the plan? I want boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to show you that. And then once I have my plan, what's my activity that I have to do to hit my plan? Okay? So what I've done with this system is this. I'm an athlete and I played football and basketball. And so I like to gamify everything, because it's fun when you're playing a game versus not playing a game. And every 90 days is a quarter. So we have 4 quarters every single year. We have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. There's 90-day quarters every single year. A lot of people set a plan for a year. A year is too long because human beings procrastinate. But you set a plan for 90 days. Okay? Now, I do everything in 4 quarters. So I'm going to break down everything in 4 quarters. I'm going to break my year into 4 quarters. I'm going to break my month into 4 quarters. How many weeks are in every month? 4. I'm going to break my week into quarters. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I'm going to work my tail off so that I can enjoy Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So everything I'm going to do to hit my goal in the week is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to break my day into 4 quarters, because if you're working this business 2 hours a day, then you're going to break it into 4 30-minute quarters. If you're working this business 8 hours a day, you're going to break it into 4 2-hour quarters. If you're working 4 hours a day, you're going to break it into 4 1-hour quarters. And so I'm going to show you the plan right now on what you're going to do. Lola sent this out. If you did not get this, make sure you request this, okay? I built this for LifeWave Business. So this is our GPS, okay? So as you can see on here, there's 3 quarters: quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3. All right. So these 3 quarters right here. This is the goal. How many brand partners do you want to bring in the business? Goal versus actual. So if I want, and this is all fillable, you guys, when you get it, let's just say I want to bring in 4 brand partners this month. Okay. I'm sorry, here. I want to bring in 4 brand partners. And let's say I want to bring in 4 customers. Okay, that's the goal. How many diamonds do I want to sign up? Let's just say I want to get 2 of those to be diamonds that sign up for the business. And what do I want my rank to be? At the end of this month, I want to be a manager. Okay. And then what do I want my income to be? Let's say I want to make $400 a month. Okay. So now we have our plan. This is all the things that's going to take in the business, right? Now I'm going to go to the next month. I'm going to go to this quarter. And let's say, you know what? This quarter, I'm going to bring in 6 people. And I'm going to bring in 6 customers. And I'm going to sign up 4 diamonds. And this month, I want to get to director. And this time, I want to make $800 a month. Okay? And let's say the next quarter, right? This is, right now, we're in September, right? So we're in the last month of the quarter, but let's just say you did September, October, November on here. And so let's say this month, I'm going to bring in 8, and I'm going to bring in 8, and I'm going to bring in 6, and I'm going to get to senior director. And I want to make $1,000 a month. Like I said earlier, Sandra, how much do you want to make a month? How much do you want to have in the bank? This is what we're doing right now. Now we know where we want to go. We have a plan. This is the goal that we're going to hit, right? You got to commit to this. You have to set your numbers. Just because I put 4, maybe it's 2. I don't know. Maybe it's 8. These are just numbers that I'm throwing out there. But what I want to show you is how this 4-quarter thing works, how you break it down. So I'm going to break everything into quarters again. So the year, if I'm doing this, how much am I doing? 4, 6 is 10, 18. My goal is 18 for the quarter. What's my goal here? 4, 6 is 10 and 8, 18 there. Diamonds, I'm going to sign up 12. And my income goal is 400, 800, 1,200, 2,200 is my total income goal that I'm going to make. Okay? So now I'm going to break it down. So there's 4 weeks in every single month. So if I divide 4 by 4, that means I need to get 1 new brand partner a month. Same thing here. 1, 1, 1, 1. Diamonds. 2 divided by 4 is not a half. There's no such thing as a half a diamond. So my goal is I'm going to try to get 1 diamond every week. Manager. This is going to stay the same for this week because you're trying to do this for the month. So this means I need to make 400. I'm going to divide it. I need to make $100 a week. How do you make $100? Sign up a gold. You sign up a gold, you make $100, right? If these are all gold, you're going to make this $400, right? Same thing over here. You're going to make money off of this, off of signing people up. And then you're going to start making money. Once you hit manager, you're going to start making money on the cycle bonus. So now that's the GPA. That's the GPS. Sorry, the GPA is a goal producing activity. So here, this is how you plan what you're going to do in your day, every single day, right? But if I'm going to get 4 people to sign up in the month, how many people do you think I have to patch to get 4 people up, Sandra? You can unmute yourself. How many people do I have to patch to get 4 people to sign up?
Ok, diario.
Okay, a day?
Yeah,
¿Cuántas
just
personas
total
diarias?
for the month. How many people am I going to have to patch? I'm going to break it down for the day, but how many people do I think I have to patch for the month to get 4 people to sign up? Would you say?
En un mes para que se
In a
inscriban
month,
4
for
gente,
4
por
to
lo menos
enroll,
10
at
personas,
least 10
digo, 6
people, no,
personas diarias.
6 people a day.
No. So total for the month. So to only get 4 people, you think you have to enroll 6 people? I mean, you have to patch 6 people. So I'm going to tell you right now, if I
Mínimo.
patch somebody,
A day.
there's a 50-50 chance, probably a 70-30 chance that someone's going to sign up with me. So what I would say is times 3 this number. If you patch 12 people, you're going to get 4 people to sign up. Okay?
12
How many
personas al
opportunity?
mes, 12
Um,
personas al mes.
12 people a month?
12 people a month. I'm just giving you a low number. What I want you guys to see is when you divide these numbers down, it's not a lot. You can all do this. You can all make this happen, right? So opportunity calls. How many opportunity calls? Meaning you're getting on the phone with them and having a conversation about the patch. How many opportunity calls do you think you need to do to get to 4? I would say 8. Okay. I'm going to patch 12. I'm going to get 8 to a call to have a conversation with me. And then on the follow-ups, all the people that you patched, this follow-up goal, meaning how many people are you going to follow up with every single month? And the goal should be 20. As you build this, you should be following up with 20 people. And it could be a text, it could be a voice call. Hey, how you feeling? What's the patch doing for you? Okay. So then if I got to patch 12 people in a month, 4 divided by 12 is what? 3. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So this means every week I need to patch 3 people at least. to get to 4. Now, your number up here might be, I want to get 10 people to sign up. If you got to do 10, that number is going to be 40. I got to patch 40 people. But let's just say it's 40. 40 people. Each week, 4 divided by 40, I got to patch 10 people. Every day, I got to patch 2 people. Is that a lot of people? It's not a lot of people. 2 people a day? If I'm doing
No.
40 in a month,
No.
if I'm doing 40 in a month, this is going to be 10. I'm going to sign up 10 new people every month. If I sign up 10 new people, that's 120 in a year. The guy that's making $60,000 a week has only brought 107 people in. If you can bring 10 people a month by patching 2 people a day, that's why this exercise is so important to see the numbers. Because it's like, I got to patch 40 people a month? Oh my God, that's a lot. But when you break it down to the day, it's only 2. I just got to patch 2 people every day. And you'll get 120 people in this business in a year. That's how easy this is. How many opportunity calls do you have to do? So if this is 40, and I'm going to do, let's just say I'm going to do 20 opportunity calls a month. Each week, divided by 4, I'm going to do 5. How many is that a day? 1. I just got to do 1 call a day. So what I want you guys to see is how easy this is. If I'm going to follow up with 20 people, I got to talk to 1. I got to follow up with 1 person a day. So can you do this part-time and make a lot of money? The answer is yes. But you got to have a plan every day. You got to be consistent every day. So you need to know what you need to come into business do. These are the other activities, right? So this GPA, that 80% of your time should be spent on these 2 columns right here. 20% on these 2. 80% of your time here, 20% right here. So this is follow-up. I'm going to follow up with customers. People that said, I want the patch. I'm not sure. How many people are you going to follow up with? Every day. You guys have to determine that. And then auto ships, following up with customers on auto ship. If they didn't sign up for auto ship, following up with them, how's it going? You don't want to lose your volume. You don't want to lose your rank. So let's get you on auto ship of at least 1 patch. Down here in the 20%, coaching calls. You guys, once you guys go through these coaching calls, you're going to be able to have calls with people. You're going to be able to call them up and be like, hey, what do you need help with? Let's have a call. Let me show you your back office. So you guys need to schedule how many of those do you want to do a month, right? If you have 30 people in your organization, if you have 20 people in your organization, every month you should be doing a call with each one of those persons. Scheduling a call, reaching out to them. Let's jump on a call. So 4 divided by 20 is 5 a week you have to have. How many is that a day? 1. You got to have 1 call a day. Again, this creates your plan, your exact plan. Team calls. How many teams do you have? Do you have 5 teams? I'm going to have calls with those teams. I'm going to have my girl bring in her team, and I'm going to have a call with them. Same thing. It's a coaching call, but now I'm going to do it at scale with 5 or 6 or 10 people. Each week, 4 divided by 1, I have to do 2 because I can't round down, right? How many daily? At least 1. I'm going to try to do 1 every day. Maybe I don't have 1 today, but that's the goal. This is the other thing it's about this business is personal development. I don't know how many people on here read. I read 90 pages a day every single day of my life. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. That's scary thought. I started reading 10 pages a day 4 years ago as a discipline. If you read 10 pages 5 days a week, you'll read a book a month. You can go to my Facebook page, the Next Level Book Club, and see all the books that we've read. But spend time every day just reading 7 pages, 10 pages every day of a personal development book that's going to help get your mind better. But plan it. How much are you going to do? How many pages am I going to do? In a month, I'm going to read 250 pages. Each week, if I read 5 days a week, that divided by 4 is what? 4 divided by 250 is 60. Every day divided by 4, that's how many? 4 divided by 60 is 115. You guys can do the numbers, but commit to something. Also, go into the back office, look into the resources, watch videos, go to This Is It Spanish, This Is It Team. Go in and just every day, I'm going to spend 15 minutes educating myself on this product, becoming an expert. Content creation, you got to have a plan. What's your social media plan? How many videos? This V and P means video and photos. How many videos are you going to post? How many photos are you going to post? So if it's a month, I'm going to post 30 each week. Divided by 4, 430 is 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I'm going to do 2 daily posts. Now I have a plan. What are the posts going to be? Education content. Consuming education content about this product. How much are you going to educate? Is it 15 minutes? Is it 20 minutes? Is it 30 minutes? And then content consumption. People that are in the business doing social media spend 15 minutes on social media researching what people are doing on Instagram with LifeWave and copy it. You don't have the same followers. Don't reinvent the wheel. Follow Kendall Weldon. Follow Rochelle Diaz. See what she's doing and then make it your own and copy it. Don't get caught in the rabbit holes of spending all this time on social media besides going on there and saying 15 minutes a day, I'm going to watch what other people are doing. Servio on our team, always posting stuff on social media. Copy him and do content for yourself. Put yourself out there. So this is the plan. You guys have this. And then we can do Q&A this Wednesday. I'm going to be doing Q&A. If you guys have questions, bring your questions in on the Q&A, but go through this and start setting your plan up. This is what's made me successful. All the success that I've had in my life all comes from having a plan and being consistent. This is how I've operated 7 different businesses at the same time. I have a plan. I know what I need to do, when I need to do it, and I use my calendar. The next thing you have to do after you set this plan up is calendar it. All the activity, I got to do this many calls a day. I got to do this much consumption. Put it on your calendar. You don't even have to write it. You could tell Siri to put it on your calendar at a certain time every single day. And it's going to come on your calendar and then stick to the calendar. But this is how you create success in your life, is to have a plan and know exactly what it is that you want. This is what I would tell you. There's no number you can write down about the money that you want to make in this business that's not possible. Not one. You can make $180,000 a week off this business. You can make $300,000 a week off this business. But the only way that that's going to happen is if you have a plan and you know where you want to go. Because if you don't know where you want to go exactly to the T, you're not going to get there. But if you know where you want to go and you don't have a plan, you're not going to get there. What is the activity needed to get you to that plan? That's what's so important about anything in life, is to have a plan. I promise you, this will change your life if you implement and execute this plan, because it's changed mine. I have a plan, and I'm giving you all the tools that you need. Now you got to sit down and then you got to evaluate every week. My goal was this. What did I do? I was supposed to talk to 2 people every day. I only talked to 4. Now you know why you didn't hit your goal. Next week, I got to talk to this many people. And you got to have intent. We are here to help you with all of the things to be successful. We have all the training every single week. You guys need to leverage this system. When you bring people on, you need to bring them to these meetings so that you don't have to train them. You don't have to do opportunity calls. If we combine as a force and utilize this system that's being created for you guys, the sky is the limit. There is no stopping us. This product is absolutely out of this world. You just need to learn how to talk about it. It's that simple. You need to have passion. You need to have conviction, and you need to have a plan. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff with you guys. I enjoy helping you guys so much. I just want you guys to execute. It's the only thing I think about is if I can get every single person in this organization to execute, I would be the happiest man alive. And anybody that's talked to me knows that I am here to support you however you need. But I'm going to say it one more time. You got to have a plan. So tonight, I want you to think about what that number is. I want you to think about what you want your life to look like. Because you have a vehicle and you have a tool to get everything that you want in this life. And you have a team and you have people that care about you and you have resources. There's no excuse for anyone on here to not have success. You can go out and patch a complete stranger. You have the tools. How to start the conversation. Just go do it. Go make it happen. All right, guys, I'm going to be back on Wednesday. So if you guys have any questions, we're going to do a testimony on a question. And then they're also going to do some role play tomorrow. I want to hear that a lot of you volunteered to role play so that you guys are getting better and better at this. The reason you want to practice is so that you're very comfortable in the conversation that you get in with anybody. The more comfortable you are, the easier it is to close the deal. The more confidence you have, the more conviction you have. It's 1,000% batting average. No one's going to say no. If they say no, you didn't explain it well. That's what I'm realizing. I didn't explain it well if someone says no to me. I left something out. So thank you guys so much for getting on here tonight. Do me a favor and get more and more people on these calls so that we can help a lot of people build their business. That's the reason we're doing these every single week. We really appreciate every single person, and I hope you guys have an amazing night.